Hello everyone, this is Daisy, aka Professional High Priestess, and I'm here to drop a channeling for those who are in divine partnerships, fated unions, who are dealing with karmic energies. And why? Because this channel that I put up here is all about sharing information about occultism, esotericism, indigenous practices, ancient practices, okay? Teaching you guys how to heal yourselves, right? Also doing your monthly readings, also doing karmic downloads, right? On top of our other segments, aka the Piercing the Veil segment, where we are giving a 5D perspective to everyday social issues, and then also as well as the spiritual warfare, where we discuss the ways in which spiritual warfare is being perpetuated through media, labor, etc., different systems, and then also as well the classes in session teaching you about different aspects of spirituality, etc., lessons, hands-on, all of that stuff, okay? This is the karmic channeling, and we're going to be putting out these channelings as we go into 2020, because we know 2020 is going to be a very karmic year. Saturn, the planet of karma, going into Aquarius, which is co-ruled by Saturn, right? And that Aquarius energy very much prominent in the collective as we move also into the age of Aquarius at the end of 2020. So major 20,000 year cycle happening, 500-year transit happening as well. A lot of things going on. Now, let's talk about these karmics, because what we are understanding here is that the karmic is a physical manifestation of the battle that's going on within the divine masculine and the divine feminine themselves. Like I said in previous channelings, if you observe the karmic, you will see everything that's wrong with the masculine, and then you would also see feminine, what you need to work on and what you can support the masculine in. But right now, it's the ending of illusions. And like I said, remember, these karmics, they are attached to bloodlines that are cursed, and they are attached to and ran by entities. And remember, a lot of karmics are doing spell work and manipulating and all these different things with all these portals and timelines open right now with all these karmic transits. Saturn, all these Capricorn transits, Capricorn being the earth father, right? A lot of earth energy, a lot of like old ancient energy in the south node in Saturn right now, with Pluto as well, okay? With the sun as well. So all that energy is coming up. So remember, these karmics are doing all this stuff while all this energy is also playing out in the cosmos, and it is actually putting them in a space where they are developing mental health issues because of their behavior and because of the energies that they have allowed willingly into their space out of their own greed for power. Right now, the illusions are ending, okay? The timelines are clearing themselves out, and new cycles are opening as we're moving into 2020. And these karmics can feel that subconsciously, so they're holding on and they're gripping onto whatever they can do, whatever tricks they can do, whatever lies they can tell, whatever emotion and manipulation they can perform, etc., to keep the DM or the DF, take it however it resonates, whichever one you are and who's dealing with the karmic, is holding them back, trying to hold them back, trying to keep them stuck, etc., right? The DM and the DF is actually aware of this now. There's a collective opening and awakening that, wow, not only is this karmic not my person, but in all actuality, this person has literally been commissioned by the darker forces to get me off my path. We're starting to really realize that. Like, yeah, this is the person I loved, etc., and I know that they love me at one point in time, etc., but at the end of the day, they are still, being ran by an entity that wants to take me down, okay? So what these karmics are doing, they're being very crafty. Like I said, make sure that this is your person before you facilitate certain actions to help them, because some of these people too, they may even know that the karmic is doing magic, etc., and still, succumbing to their manipulation. I don't care what no one says. If I know you're doing spell work on me, there's nothing that you can manipulate with me with, no baby, no nothing that's going to make me stay with you, period. I don't care who says whatever, all right? There's nothing that can make me stay in a situation that I know is toxic and that is messing up my health. Nothing. That's the codependency that a lot of the DMs and DFs are working on right now, because in all actuality, a lot of these karmics shouldn't be a discussion if they've been doing their inner healing work, right? So now that poses the bigger question in terms of, how did I create this and what is this trying to teach me? Now they're starting to see the karmic as a lesson, all right? So that's what's currently happening in the cosmos as we move towards a higher elevation. But this is, this is the stage in the process of grieving and moving forward and ending and closing out cycles. You're going to also have to let your DM or DF heal from dealing with the karmic for a minute before you start to engage with them on an energetic level frequently. So because these karmics are knowing that the end of the illusion is here, they don't have any more tricks. They've been exposed, their bloodline, their life supply, because a lot of these karmics are leeches. They're narcissistic leeches. They need supply. They know that that's coming to an end. Now they're moving deeper into heavy forms of magic. And this is what I was talking about earlier. A lot of these karmics are summoning spirits and entities that they have no idea of. Like in my situation, my karmic, I told her straight up, you don't even know what you're playing with. You're about to bring on psychosis. Because me knowing who I am, of course, you know, knowing how the universe works and everything has divine order, we don't have to play in those type of energies. Because common sense will tell us, like, wait, if I'm trying to do this and this is actually maybe first not supposed to be happening, or two, my own selfish will, what energy am I calling on to manipulate this? That will be the first thing that you should be asking yourself, right? But these karmics, they don't do that because they are, remember, damaged and they're wounded and they have trauma, etc., you know? So their brains are routed towards instant gratification and winning and competition, etc. Very primal, low vibrational energy, okay? So they're going into spell work to try to tamper in the spiritual world, to tamper with the telepathy, to block messages, to reroute events, to change destiny, etc., etc. And a lot of this stuff is starting to backfire, and a lot of these entities are looking for their payday. A lot of these karmics are also planning pregnancies, etc., etc. You know, a lot of these karmics are trying to trample pregnancies, but remember, because they're very low vibrational and they are harboring low vibrational entities, demonic energy, right? What do you think is going to be the vibrational frequency of that child when it comes out, right? And this is what the DMs and the DFs have to realize when they're dealing with these karmics, that it's about the stealing of the bloodline and the lowering of it into a cursed bloodline, right? So they can have more parties, more recruits, more soldiers in their army of spreading lower vibrational energy on planet Earth, right? That's why for a lot of these DMs and DFs who are still engaging with these karmics, you know, time is ticking, because you won't be a DM or DF for long dealing with these karmics, because eventually they will suck up all that divine energy and replace it with demonic, devil, low vibrational energy. And then what are you now? You're now a karmic. You've descended to a karmic, right? So you're divine masculine, divine feminine, listening to this, and you're dealing with, you know, your person dealing with the karmic, just know that it's only a matter of time, you know, before they descend to being a karmic as well. Because, you know, the ancestors, the universe, they're not here to play with people, especially when they've given you signs, synchronicities. Who do you think they are? Like, what do you think that this is? Like, this is not, you know, we're not jokes here. This is major, you know, work that we have given you to do, and we're trying to help you move out of the situation so you can get back on track. You know, we've given you abundance, we've saved you from certain hardships, etc., and this is how you repay us when we need you to fight the divine war, right? Because that's what's really happening right now. The DMs and DFs being called to fight these entities that are coming onto the planet that are tampering with humanity, siphoning energy, etc. And these karmics are blockages. Because remember, I told you in the earlier video, these karmics are literally just harnessed because of their bloodline and the compilation of their astrology that will allow for them to manifest certain archetypes that are usually low vibrational in nature. They're hijacked. It's literally, they can just like scan the ethers and be like, oh, karmic. All right, we're going to program all of them to go do our dirty work and target these people, that people, that people. That's literally how it works. If you want to like really get down to the nitty bare bones of it, right? So let's see how these karmics are feeling about themselves. Then we'll go into how they're feeling about the masculine and then the feminine, okay? And I'm going to timestamp this for people who want to see. All right, let's see. How do the karmic partners feel about themselves? How do the karmic partners currently feel about themselves? For those of them that are dealing with a divine partner, how do the karmic partners feel about themselves? How do the karmics feel about themselves? And then again, as we move into 2020, a lot of these relationships, they're not going to be withstanding at all. Saturn is going to destroy a lot of them, and it's going to be public and messy. How do the karmics feel about themselves? Queen of Wands reverse. Not surprised. How do the karmics feel about themselves? Low self-esteem or enraged, pissed off about something. Empress here, yeah, because it seems like the masculine's made a choice or the feminine's making a choice. How do the karmics feel about themselves? Okay. How do the karmic partners feel about themselves right now? Karmic partners dealing with soul contracts, soul unions. How do the karmic partners feel about themselves? Okay, so for the way in which that these karmic partners feel about themselves, Queen of Wands reversed to the Empress, I feel like they realize that they are not the Empress. I feel like they realized that because they didn't get an offer here with the Ace of Pentacles reverse. Because every time I see the King of Cups, that lets me know the divine masculine is ascending. He's in his watery state before he can fully become that emperor, then become the Hierophant, etc. Right? So for her to feel like she is the Queen of Wands in reverse, and with the Ace of Pentacles here clarifying right under, and the King of Cups, she now knows that she's not the Empress. She knows that she's not the divine feminine, and she also knows that there's going to be justice, aka karma, for whatever havoc has been caused, you know, while she's in this Queen of Wands energy, because the Queen of Wands reverse, it doesn't matter if she's has low self-esteem, doesn't take care of herself, that type of energy, and isn't empowered, or is she like enraged, a bully, etc. She's still going to be causing havoc because she's in a low vibrational imbalanced energy. With the Eight of Pentacles here being in reverse, I think this karmic also realizes that, take this how this resonates, potentially dealing with your DM has caused them financial issues. Maybe they're having problems with work, or it's messing up their reputation, right? Causing them to lose focus, which is causing them to lose money here with the Ace of Pentacles. Or this karmic is actually realizing that, yeah, the Page of Pentacles wanted to come out, that the masculine is no longer putting any more time, effort, or energy or intention into her. I feel like even too, maybe dealing with this karmic, the masculine has also started to have financial issues, problems with work, etc. Right? Maybe there's going to be an issue with the justice system here as well, with the justice clarifying the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. But the funny thing is, it's funny how the feminine is always showing up in the karmic's headspace. So you're definitely on her mind, feminine. I feel like she's thinking about you. Clarify the Empress for karmic partners and their thoughts about themselves. King of Wands. What's the Justice card for karmic partners and thoughts about themselves? Justice card for karmic partners. Five of Swords and Judgment. Wow. What's the Queen of Wands for karmic partners? Five of Wands. Yeah, I was saying that this karmic, I felt rage, upset from this karmic partner. What's the Ace of Pentacles for these karmic partners? Ace of Pentacles reverse for the karmic partners. Thoughts about themselves. Four of Pentacles reverse, financial loss and letting go. King of Cups for the karmic partner. Seven of Swords, yeah. Eight of Pentacles for the karmic partner. Eight of Pentacles for the karmic partner. Six of Swords reverse. So I definitely feel like right now what is going on is that these karmics are actually starting to see the ways in which they put the DM into chaos and conflict with the Five of Swords here. And they're under judgment for that. They can feel it. Because I definitely feel like a lot of these karmics, they're a rowdy bunch, remember, but when you're ran by entities, they will just start to amplify your ratchet behavior because they need to feed, they need to eat, and it's like you're in survival mode, so your brain is dysregulated and your nervous system is dysregulated, so you start to act out. So there's a lot of conflict and fights going on with this karmic and this masculine. The King of Wands here with the Empress, I feel like this masculine is taking action. He's in his leadership mode now, going towards the Empress to stop this Five of Wands, Five of Swords energy that's been going on, right? Because the judgment has already been called. Because like I said, I feel like the DMs a lot of them are waking up, and then those who are not waking up, they're no longer DMs. So leave that alone, right? That's a sinking ship. But now this karmics, they know that, and they know that it's going to result in financial instability because Ace of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles is Five of Pentacles, right? They know that it's going to lead to instability. So this karmic is trying to do whatever is in their power with the Seven of Swords to try to manipulate this masculine, try to keep him in his emotions, trying to guilt trip him with the Six of Swords being here, trying to threaten him with ruining his reputation or his finances, etc., to keep him in a situation that is toxic and low vibrational and draining, right? And it's not going to happen with these karmics, and they know this. And these karmics are also feeling guilty by the ways in which maybe they've caused issues for the divine feminine, right? Maybe you have one of those type of karmics that has taken you to court, has come up to your job or things like that, and they're feeling guilty now for the way that they acted and may have caused issues, right? This could also be too that this karmic may even have somebody else on the side with these two kings showing up here. And she's just like, well, you know what, let me let go because I already have someone else that I can go, manipulate and cause problems with anyways. Because that's how these karmics work, because they're narcissists. They need to have a supply. So don't even worry about like the mind of a karmic. Just understand the mind of a narcissist, period, point blank. And that's that. And then you'll understand these karmics, okay? Let's see. Let's get a chakra card on these karmics. These chakra cards be speaking, man. Let's see. How do these karmics feel about themselves? Karmics in soul contracts and divine partnerships, trickery, impartiality, and perfection. I feel like these karmics too are also comparing themselves to the divine feminine right now because they didn't get chosen and they know the DM is disconnecting and moving on, and they're really kind of like talking down to themselves or other people, like maybe nitpicking at themselves in the mirror. How can I be better, etc., etc., because they don't feel up to par. But honestly, that is what happens when you don't have a connection with your higher self or God, and you do things to defile yourself and you act out in certain ways and you engage in certain activities. You're not going to feel good about yourself. Of course you can. This karmic is also trying to find some joy in the situation, but there's a lot of conflict with the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords here. There's a lot of karma coming down too. The trickery card is here, right, as well. How do these karmics feel about themselves? They feel like they still have a fighting chance, but you see grief at the bottom of the deck. They're still trying to be in the Seven of Swords. They're still trying to keep it up. They're still trying to, like, you know, cause havoc and conflict and get the DM back and whatever, but they're having problems doing so. They lack the resources to do so. Impartiality, the DM's paying them no attention at all. And they feel neglected and left out in the cold. They don't have any joy. They're not happy. You can't be happy in this type of energy and vibration. But again, that's the entities running them. Soulmate. They know now that the DM and the DF are soulmates. But the karmic also too was realizing that she had a soul connection with the masculine only, and it was a karmic contract, that it wasn't meant to be. That's another thing that I'm getting to. This karmic knows that with the Seven of Swords here, but they're trying to keep it up as long as they can for money, for some type of stability. With the Four of Pentacles here and the Ace of Pentacles. Messages for karmics and how they feel about themselves. How does the karmic feel about themselves? Workaholic. I feel like this karmic too now knows, because they with the right on top of the Eight of Pentacles, that they need to get themselves together financially. Whether they were giving money to the DM or taking money from the DM, now they're realizing that they need to focus on themselves and become self-sufficient and stable and independent. And I feel like that's one of the things that the feminine or the masculine has taught the other, you know, karmic masculine or karmic feminine, you know, how to be self-sufficient by them stalking and watching you and all this stuff. Now they're learning, like, this is what I should have been doing all along. Wisdom at the bottom of the deck. They're starting to gain wisdom into their behavior, right? And now they know. Okay, so let's see. Let's go into how the karmic feels about the masculine, how the masculine feels about the karmic. All right. How does the masculine feel about the karmic? How does the divine masculine in a soulmate or fated partnership feel about the karmic partner? How does the masculine feel about the karmic partner? Tower. I can't make this stuff up. How does the masculine feel about the karmic partner? How does the masculine feel about the karmic partner? Page of Pentacles. Some messages going back and forth. Money matters. Something about kids. How does the masculine feel about the karmic partner? Five of Wands. Yep. How does the masculine feel about the karmic partner? Mirroring the karmic's mind. How does the masculine feel about the karmic partner? Judgment. How does the masculine feel about the karmic partner? Six of Swords wanted to come out. He's ready to leave. Three of Wands. They're either at a distance away from each other, or this masculine is traveling overseas. Currently not with the karmic. How does the masculine feel about the karmic? Page of Swords. So I feel like there's oh, let's see. Let's pull a couple of cards here too. For the karmic and how she feels about the masculine. How does the karmic feel about the masculine? How does the karmic feel about the masculine? How do they feel about each other? How does the karmic feel about the masculine? Three of Swords is here. Oh gosh. How does the karmic feel about the masculine? How does the karmic feel about the masculine? How does the karmic feel about the masculine? Magician. Wow. I told y'all. How does the karmic feel about the masculine? What's the Magician? Ace of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. How does the karmic feel about the masculine? So yeah, like I was saying earlier, and how the karmic feels about herself, she's potentially causing problems for the masculine now with work and with money and finances. Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. How she feels about him. These karmics are, man, whew, something else completely. So how does the DM feel about the karmic? Well, we have the Tower card here in the Page of Pentacles, the Judgment, the Three of Wands, Five of Wands, and the Page of Swords. This masculine has gotten some news or a message about a karmic. He could have ordered a background check or something like that. There may be a court order or something like that with this Page of Swords, because the Page of Swords are all about kind of like getting news that you didn't really want to hear. Could have been checking bank accounts, finances, etc., and just got some information about this karmic that caused a Tower moment and causing fights and conflicts with them. right? With the Judgment card here, he knows that he needs to make a decision about what he needs to do next. And I feel like he has made the decision, because the Three of Wands, it's 3 wands. So it means he's gone on that Two of Wands journey. He's picked his path. And with this Ace of Wands, he's ready for his new beginning, right? Away from this karmic. What's the Tower for the Divine Masculine feeling towards the karmic? Four of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, there's something with money here, some theft, missing money, etc. Or maybe this karmic found out that the masculine is only with her for money and gifts, etc. Take it how it resonates, vice versa. Because not all these masculines are depending on the karmic. Some of these karmics are really dependent on the masculine. King of Pentacles on the bottom, right? Someone who's a giver, someone who is a caretaker, right? What is the Five of Wands for the karmic and the masculine? Five of Wands. The Strength card, yeah, because these masculines are resisting these karmics. They're no longer giving them what they want. Sorry, I had to turn off my oven because I don't want my food to burn. These masculines are not giving these karmics what they want. They're no longer being emotionally manipulated. This is a great sight to see, right? They're resisting them sexually, because I feel like the DMs are also starting to realize that the problems that they've been having health-wise, energy-wise, mental-wise are connected to their sexual interaction with the karmic. They're waking up on a higher dimensional frequency. Now they're starting to see it. If you're a woman and you're spiritual and you're in tune, you know that when you sleep with someone, even if you just cupcake with someone, oral sex, you'll feel their vibration and their energy on you. And now these demons are really waking up to, wow, this dealing with this karmic is really causing me issues physically. That's crazy, right? What is the Page of Pentacles for the masculines and towards feelings towards the karmic? Page of Pentacles and the karmic. Judgment wanted to come out again. Page of Pentacles for the masculine feeling towards the karmic. Knight of Swords. Yeah, so there's arguments going on here with this masculine and this karmic. Definitely over money. Definitely about wanting to move forward into something else. There's fights. There's conflict. What's the Judgment card for the masculine and the karmic? Six of Cups reversed. Not a letting go. No reconciliation. I'm telling y'all, these masculines that are actual masculines, they're done with this karmic. They're done. And if they revert back to dealing with this karmic, that's their last chance, because the timelines are moving forward. Like, you will be replaced easily if you keep on playing with karmics. I did not send you here to planet Earth to play with karmics. No. The divine is not playing right now. So these masculines are feeling that with the Judgment call, and they're letting go of these karmics with the Six of Cups reverse. We're not reconciling anymore. No more of this up and down cycle. It's done. What's the Three of Wands? Three of Wands for the masculine and the karmic. Three of Wands for the masculine and the karmic. Three of Wands. And if you're a masculine watching this, I'm praying for you. Got love for you. Yeah. Three of Wands with the Nine of Pentacles, meaning that the masculine is waiting for his ships to come in with someone who's single, self-sufficient. It could be the feminine, right? Are you single still? I'm coming towards you because I'm single now too, type of energy. But real talk, the fact that this came out, this masculine is single. He's done. Nine of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles is Five of Pentacles, out in the cold. This karmic could have gotten kicked out of the house as well. I'm seeing that with the Tower card here. Got put out, having financial difficulties. What's the Page of Swords for the masculine and the karmic? Page of Swords for the masculine and the karmic. Page of Swords, Five of Pentacles. Boom. What did I just say? Yep, this karmic just got messages too that she's going to be out in the cold, because this masculine is moving forward with the Chariot on the top of the deck. Could be dealing with the Cancer, right? A Cancer, a divine masculine, or those in a soulmate or fated partnerships. But this karmic is going to be out in the cold, and the masculine knows it too. He's communicated, I'm either leaving and you're going to be out in the cold, but I'm done with you now. We're not, that's it. There's little to no communication already happening between these two. All right, so let's see, how does the karmic feel about the masculine now in this spread? Three of Swords, heartbreak, right? Eight of Cups, walking away. Eight of Pentacles, right? No work being put in. Someone's reputation could have got ruined. Mismanagement of funds as well. Losing a job. Six of Wands, no victory here. Something could have gotten exposed publicly. The Magician here, that got exposed with the Ace of Swords reverse. How does she feel about the masculine? Her lies are no longer working with the Magician and the Ace of Swords. Eight of Pentacles, it's no longer working. The effort that is being put in is not bringing the results. What's the Three of Swords for these karmics? How they feel about the masculine? How the karmic feels about the masculine? Three of Swords, High Priestess. Something was exposed. Either this karmic went and got a reading, or, she's listening to her intuition now and knows that it's over between her and the masculine. That's why she's walking away with the Eight of Cups. What's the Six of Wands? with the Empress, you see, because she knows the divine feminine has that the masculine is moving towards the feminine. It's so crazy. It's just really cut and dry. What's the Magician and the Ace of Swords and getting exposed for her wrongdoing? Yeah, Seven of Wands, right? Now, because the Seven of Wands is like this karmic has been fighting with magic and lies and manipulation and whatnot, and it's not working anymore. Seven of Wands, I have to surrender because it's no longer working. I can no longer make the feminine look crazy because she's not engaging. All my lies have been exposed. The masculine doesn't believe me anymore. I don't have anything else to manipulate with anymore because everything that, you know, I've been lying and scheming and multiple personalities, he's pegged and cataloged all of them. Hermit card, excommunicated, isolated. It's done. What's the Eight of Cups? Eight of Cups. I feel like this karmic could have gotten the masculine's job involved as well here with the Eight of Pentacles for sure. Friends or something like that. They could have mutual friends that worked with and they brought it to work. Yeah, this karmic knows it's over. What's the Eight of Cups? Ten of Swords. Yep. It's over. Backstab, betrayal, lies exposed, spell work exposed. Hermit reverse. The masculine is no longer communicating with her. The feminine, she feels like has won. Which, you know, as feminines, we don't say like, oh yeah, we won. Like, that's not a good feeling for us. It's petty. But that's how the karmic thinks. With the Six of Wands being here, they think it's like a competition, a battle. Like, look how petty that is. When the feminine is probably like, you know, I'm the Empress and the Ten of Pentacles, or like I'm the Empress and like the Page of Pentacles, like new area of study. Like, look at you, you're the Five of Swords, like playing more games. All those games, all those lies, all that mess. For what? And you still didn't win. But then again, now these masculines, this had to happen this way for these masculines to see how messy these karmics are, how low vibrational they are, right? Like, would you ever go mess with a person like that again? What does that make you look like? And these karmics won't change. Like, they may change, like, oh yeah, like, you know, 2-3 years later, I'm gonna go reconnect with this karmic and see they'll be okay for a day or two, but it's still gonna be the same thing. Nothing is gonna change with them ever, because remember, these karmics have a spiritual issue. And it's in their blood, it's in their DNA. It's never going to change. They just develop new masks and new ways of being conniving and being snakes and contorting themselves and hiding their true intentions, etc., etc. All right, let's see. Let's do the chakra cards for how the masculine feels about the karmic. How do the masculine and the karmic feel about each other? How does divine masculine and his karmic partner, or divine feminine and karmic partner, feel about each other? How does the divine partner feel about their karmic? How does divine partner feel about the karmic? How does divine partner feel about the karmic? Yeah. So, how does divine partner feel about the karmic? Well, first it says gratitude here. So I'm feeling like whatever situation has happened, like that it's, because remember, it's done, right? So this masculine is feeling grateful that it's over with this karmic, right? I feel like he's been impatient and he's really been like just trying to like get out of this or dealing with this karmic, and the karmic is very impatient, trying to get whatever out of them or speed up the breakup or try to slow it down, etc., etc., trying to get something out of the masculine or vice versa. And the masculine is just like, you know what, I'm just focusing on my self-worth here. Because lack of self-worth is what got you in the situation. Now self-worth is what is going to get you out. Okay? And now this masculine is realizing that this relationship was codependent, but happy to be out of it. How does the masculine feel about the karmic? Facade. Yeah. Facade. Like, this was fake the whole time. Like, this is nothing that's real. Nothing of substance. Right? Nothing that can help me get to the next level of my existence. And he's done with the karmic. Ready to find joy, because he's been enlightenment at the top of the deck. All right, so if you're a divine masculine, let's go ahead and get an oracle card for the divine masculine. What oracle messages are here for the divine masculine? Actually, let's get a numerology card for the divine masculine. Let's get oh, you know what, I want to use the Romance Angel Oracle deck that I just got. Okay, and let's see how the masculine feels about the karmic. How does divine masculine feel about the karmic partner? How does divine masculine feel about the karmic? How does divine masculine feel about the karmic partner? How does the divine masculine feel about the karmic? How does divine masculine feel about the karmic? How does Divine Masculine feel about the karmic? Look, it's forgiving and learning. So I feel like what's happening with these Divine Masculines right now is they're really learning, like, yes, this karmic kind of put me through hell and hot water. It was hella drama, unnecessary stuff going on, but I'm forgiving this person and I'm learning so that I can move forward to have a new beginning elsewhere and learn from my mistakes. It's powerful. What message? How does Divine Masculine feel about the karmic partner? How does Divine Masculine feel about the karmic partner? Advice for the masculine and the karmic partner. Advice for the masculine dealing with the karmic. Advice for the masculine dealing with the karmic. Financial discipline. Yeah, remember what I was saying? That a lot of pentacles was coming out in the reading earlier, having to do with money. I feel like this masculine now is starting to realize, like, okay, finances is what is keeping him here and keeping him stuck and dealing with the situation for as long as it went on. And now he's done with that. He's done with that. And now he's starting to realize, like, he needs to really discipline himself financially, have better spending habits so he doesn't have to be codependent, or stop letting other people be codependent on him financially, you know? So that's what we have for the masculine. So let's go ahead and let's get into see how the karmic feels about the feminine, how the feminine feels about the karmic. And let's go from there. Okay, let's see here. How does Divine Feminine feel about the karmic partner? How does Divine Feminine feel about the karmic partner? How does Divine Feminine feel about the karmic partner? How does Divine Feminine feel about the karmic? Four of Cups. Not paying attention at all. Like I said, bored. How does Divine Feminine... Can't make this stuff up. How does Divine Feminine feel about the karmic partner? Fool card. That she is a fool or what? What does Divine Feminine feel about the karmic? How does Divine Feminine feel about the karmic? Five of Swords. Yep. I'm telling you. Like I said earlier, Divine Feminine is not playing these games. How does Divine Feminine feel about the karmic? Queen of Cups. Says she's unstable. How does Divine Feminine feel about the karmic? Nine of Swords. Yeah. Tired of dealing with the anxiety, chaos, and turmoil. How does Divine Feminine feel about the karmic? Ten of Pentacles. Reverse. Ooh, so feminines, you've probably gotten communication from your masculine. If you have at this point, congratulations, right? About what's going on with him and the karmic. How does the karmic feel about the feminine? 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 God, these karmics are just like, how does the karmic feel about the feminine? All right. So, how does Divine Feminine feel about the karmic? Well, she's not interested, really, in playing any games or any shenanigans with the Four of Cups here and the Five of Swords here. This feminine is done with all, like, the kind of anxiety, the turmoil, the depression, you know, all the strife that this karmic has been causing, you know, in the relationship with her and the between her and the masculine, or, you know, that the karmic has maybe been coming after feminine, causing trouble, trying to do spell work, all those different type of things. With the Five of Swords here reverse, it's like the feminine wasn't even playing this type of game, and the feminine wasn't even playing to win. She didn't play at all. But the fact that the Five of Swords here in reverse, it's like opponent defeated. Like, the feminines already know that this karmic, I took a leap of faith with the Fool card. I went off and I had a new beginning, and you played all these stupid games and you still didn't win anything because you got the Ten of Pentacles here in reverse. Lack of stability, probably arguing with the masculine over money that doesn't belong to them, right? Or that they don't even have, or that they shouldn't have been spending in the first place. She knows that the karmic, you know, is having sleepless nights over this as well. And also know that this karmic is probably going to be going into like some type of mental collapse, which is what I was talking about earlier, because this is a very low vibrational card, Nine of Swords. Queen of Cups reverse is someone who's very mentally unstable, very psychologically, emotionally manipulative, unstable, hormonal issues. Right next to the Ten of Pentacles, like, come on now. That's like reverse. It's like drama. You know, the feminine knows this, and she wants no parts of it, but she sees that the karmic causes for themselves. What's the Queen of Cups reverse? The Four of Swords, yeah. Paying it no attention. Getting rest, mental rest and recovery, meditating, not dealing with this karmic, because she knows that there's no point in doing that. Four of Cups, what's the Four of Cups? This karmic is kind of like ran themselves in circles, acting crazy with the Hermit card. Exactly. Going ghost. Like, I don't care. This means nothing to me to play these games. 4 cups at the bottom of the deck again. And this is what I was saying earlier. These karmics fail to realize that there is an expiration date on all these fated partnerships, all this karmic relationships, etc. You know, it was over months ago for this karmic. They just extended it themselves by forcing things, tampering spiritually, manipulating emotionally, playing with folks, controlling financially, all of that stuff, right? But it's over, and the feminine didn't even have to play. You see the Hermit card here? I'm done. 4 swords, I'm ghost. 4 cups, come on now. Y'all know what that's about. What's the 10 of Pentacles reverse? 8 of Swords. No more movement forward, stagnation. This karmic is going to be having problems. This feminine knows that, but she caused it for herself, right? With her behavior, 9 of Swords. Letting go of this karmic, but also too, this karmic is also dealing with a lot of mental turmoil and anguish. What's the 5 of Swords? With the Knight of Cups, yep. Because this karmic knows, the feminine knows that this karmic didn't get the offering that she wanted from the masculine, right? So she's going to be cutting up, acting out, but that's her problem. And with the Knight of Cups being here, the feminine is like, you know what? Like, I'm not even about to get involved in this because I know you have mental problems and it's your match just because you didn't get the offer. And that's fine, but I'm not going to engage. How does the karmic feel about the feminine? Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, King of Cups, 2 of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the Lover's card. This karmic knows that the masculine is coming to give the feminine his all emotionally and also to bring a steady offer and commitment, something long term. King of Pentacles, King of Cups, these are husbands, these are providers, these are men who are emotionally available, who've healed themselves, right? Who are looking for long-term commitment. And the karmic knows that the feminine is about to get a message from the masculine. With the Lover's card being here. That's why she's hot. What's the Page of Pentacles for how the karmic feels about the feminine? Page of Pentacles, how the karmic feels about the feminine. Yeah, with the Lover's card. She knows that, she knows that the feminine is going to get a message that the masculine wants to be with her, that he's in love with her, etc. Because the karmic got left. What's the King of Pentacles, King of Cups? Page of Cups. How do I make this up? I can't. She knows that the feminine is about to come and get a message because she knows that she's been blocking it. She knows that she's been blocking these messages from the masculine going to the karmic, from the masculine going to the feminine with the Knight of Cups and 8 of Wands in the reverse here. And the feminine knows that too. You know that your karmic's been probably blocking with spell work and magic and things like that. So go ahead and do your candle magic, do your chakra clearing, throat chakra, things like that. Manifest your communication. This karmic knows what she's been doing. What's the 2 of Wands? 2 of Wands for how the karmic feels about the feminine. 2 of Wands for how the karmic feels about the feminine. 2 of Wands for how the karmic feels about the feminine. 2 of Wands with the 2 of Pentacles. Okay? So this karmic knows that this feminine is going to be having a new path, a new journey. That there's also going to need to be balance with this new journey because the karmic knows that she's created instability, okay? And conflict and chaos. I also feel like how this karmic feels about the feminine, that she needs to make a choice and move on. Because with the Hanged Man being here in reverse, it's like she refuses to see the situation for what it is. She refuses to see that the feminine, is the one that the masculine wants. She refuses to see that the masculine is bringing his cup of love to the feminine. And because she refuses to go on her new path with the Hanged Man and the 2 of Wands here, she's now putting herself in a space to be financially destitute because she's stagnant. She's not moving forward. And she's kind of waiting here feeling like, oh, this is going to be a third party now with me here. No, it's over with you. There's no more third party. It's done. What's the Hanged Man? What the karmic feels about the feminine? Hanged Man. Karmic feels about the feminine. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, she doesn't want to let go. She refuses to see the situation from a different perspective. Why? Because she still is financially codependent on the masculine. As she, in her mind, in her beady little mind that is always riddled with pentacles and wands, right? Sex and money. She can't figure out, wow, how is the masculine going to go be with the feminine if I'm over here and I need money? What does that mean for my financial stability? Because that's how these karmics think. They don't think like the way that we think as feminines. Like, let me be stable and secure and all those things before I start dealing with my masculine. What's the Lover's card here? Lover's card. What's the Lover's card for how the feminine feels about the, for how the karmic feels about the feminine? How the karmic feels about the feminine. Lover's card. How the 8 of Cups. Yeah. Because she knows that she did not get chosen. And then we have the Sun and the Devil card and the Ace of Swords. So that also lets me know that whatever spell work was being done, whatever magic was being done, whatever toxic, tactics his karmic was using to keep this masculine, it's been exposed with the Sun card, and the truth has come out. Things have been shed. Light has been shed on the situation. This karmic is done for. It's over with, right? How does the feminine feel about the karmic? Let's get a card for that. How does the feminine feel about the karmic? Completion. I'm telling you, us feminines, we don't play these type of games. That's why she's in despair with the Eight of Cups, walking away from an emotionally disappointing situation, because she held on too long to something that didn't have nothing to do with her. How does the karmic feel about the feminine here? How does the karmic feel about the feminine? We have insecurity and wisdom. Maybe now this karmic is starting to gain some wisdom because of this situation, and she's starting to see, the error in their ways, right? Maybe this situation has caused them to grow, which is great, okay? That's always a good thing. Then we have the insecurity card. I feel like with this karmic, they feel insecure against the feminine, like comparing themselves, etc. Who's better, who's prettier, who's thicker, who's whatever, right? But, see, that's how childish these karmics are, right? Because it's not about that. It's about my connection to the divine. And you see, they fought using the wrong type of tools. And that's why now they are in this Eight of Cups energy with the Lover's reverse. Unrequited love and having to walk away with this from the situation. Four of Pentacles. Being stingy and having a scarcity mentality, etc. Right? Divine Feminine, how she feels about the karmic completion. Denzo. There's nothing else here in the situation. Like, I'm not playing with you, little girl. Little boy, I'm not paying attention to you. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not doing any of that because I'm divine and I don't have to. So can we get an Isis card? Let's get an Oracle card for the feminine, please. Please give us an Oracle card for the feminine, please. An Oracle card for the divine feminine. Dealing with the karmic. Message for feminines dealing with karmics. Message for the divine feminine dealing with karmics. Message for divine feminines dealing with karmics. You said Queen of Heaven. It says the divine empress of the skies. Beautiful. Acknowledge your feminine authority now as a man or a woman. You have a life path of spiritual leadership to bring qualities of mercy, compassion, and wisdom into the world. Divine empress of the skies. What we're talking about, aren't we always referring to the feminine as the empress here? And it says here, that's what we have to understand is that's why these karmics are pissed off. That's also the reason why these karmics get put into these situations, to see what they are not, to see how to become a feminine, to see what it's like when you don't do the work that you need to do on yourself to become a feminine. This is what ends up happening to you, right? That's why you got this card, Queen of Heaven, because divine feminines, a lot of you have a path of spiritual leadership. Your teachers, your healers, your mentors, your whatever, and it's just so happened to be that, your masculine got caught up with the karmic that's playing with spell work and different type of things like that, so you can help him, right? So that concludes our message for today. I hope you all enjoyed this reading. Okay. Again, my name is Daisy, aka the Professional High Priestess. If you need a personal reading, please go ahead and check the description box below. I look forward to bringing more readings for you all. Have a great day.